Hello and welcome to another ranked gameplay series, including like a decklist overview. So yeah, today we're taking a look at the OP08 carrot leader. We are also taking a look at the OP08 post-ban format without the addition of the starter decks cards. So yeah, it's pretty much reflects the Western area in like 1 or 2 weeks when OP08 drops. Yeah, so with Carrot we have another mono green leader, which has the effect activate main once per turn. If you have a character with the Minx type in play, rest up to one of your opponents cost 5 or less characters. So yeah, I would say this is like a pretty usable ability. I would you say it's a little bit weaker than Bonnie, but because Bonnie is like a no restriction rest on leader or characters. But yeah, I mean this also allows us to trade for board and potentially get rid of like a Sabo blocker or stuff if we go for lethal then. So let's take a look at my current build here. We got 2 Beppo, it's like a 2k counter, and also has the Mink tribe. And yeah, usually we don't attack with it, but yeah, it's mainly for Mink tribe and 2k counter slot in the deck. Then we have Doc Storm in here. It's also a Mink tribe character from OP02. And if all of your Dons are rested, this character cannot leave the field due to opponent's effects. So yeah, this means it's immune to Lucci destroying effects or generally like KO effects in general. Then we have here the Sicilian. It's a OP02 card. I think this is like a really cool card because it says on play for 2 Don we can pay 2 Don and set up one of our Mink tribe characters with a cost of 5 or less as active. So okay, it costs 4 Don to set up a 5 cost or less active. Could be clutch if we go for lethal at the end of the game. Yeah, maybe if we double swing and have some Dons attached. Yeah, so we have 2 copies of this in the deck. Then we have Baby 5 as a 2k counter index. So we mix our Mink tribe package with the Don Quixote Pirates package. Then we have here Don Quixote Rocinante 3 times in our deck, as well as Baby 5, the Searcher. We have the Holy Jones as a big finisher. We got the Bonnie in there as well as the Carrot. They are pretty much the same character kind of. The Carrot on play says up to one of your opponent's rested cost 7 or less characters do not become active during the next refresh phase. And yeah, then we have some new OP08 cards in here. Inuarashi says on play, if your leader has the Mink type, up to 2 of your opponent's rested cost 5 or lower characters cannot be set active during the next refresh phase. So this is pretty strong. It's like a double rest effect on 2 5 cost or lower. So this is pretty strong rest effect. Then we got another 2k Minx, and we get our Searcher Wanda here. These are all OP08 cards. And I just figured out there was like some other card in the deck that shouldn't be in there. So we also got the 10 cost Don Flamingo in our deck, just being able to rest or leave 3 characters rested on our opponent's field. Then we have the 0 cost event to get rid of some counterless cards, for example like Hody, Rocinante, or Flamingo. And we also got the new event, Electrical Luna. This says all of your opponent's listed characters with a cost of 7 or less do not become active during your opponent's next refresh phase. So it could help us also against the new Jack, the Black Jack that's coming out, that's rests himself. If we can leave this card rested for another turn. Yeah, so I would say let's take a look and jump right into our first game. Okay, so we found our first opponent. We are playing against Monkey D. Garp from OP02. I would say let's start. Do we go first? Let's go second, yeah. And we probably mulligan this away. I think we want to see like a 5 cost at least. Something to play. So yeah, let's take a look how this goes. So usually I would say that it's a black deck, so you want to reduce our costs with the leader and then pop the cards, I guess. So let's play out our Mink Searcher. And we probably take the Inuarashi. Yeah, let's take this one and then pass it over. Inuarashi. So we got these 2. And depending what he has on board, we can first play the Bonnie and then next turn maybe we can play the Inuarashi to rest some characters of their side. This here we surely take, and he plays the Queen. Look at his top deck. So it's an Animal Kingdom Pirates engine included in this deck. Okay, that's interesting. He didn't pick any cards here, okay. So really interesting to see what this deck, brings us. Okay, so I draw for turn. We get 4 Don. Actually, there's not so much we can play this turn, so probably we just swing. Maybe we just swing 7 and then 4 in the queen and then take it off, right? I think that's the best usage out of our searcher, right? Just getting rid of the field and yeah. The other option would be to go 5 and 6 into his leader, but I just want to remove his little threats here. And maybe our searcher could also act as a blocker if he opts to attack into it. So let's see where this goes. Yeah, he attacks into it, we let it go. He has 5 Don, so he could play out a Starbo maybe. Or maybe he has some Russia in his deck. Let's see. Okay, so he just plays out a 2k. I mean, this doesn't make sense, right? And then just passes to us. Okay, so I think here we drop the Bonnie, we rest it on, and just attack 6, right? So he's then on 7 Don, but he just can use 6. Okay, and then we pass it over to him. At least we get, I mean, we have plenty of counter here. Next turn we could also use the baby 5 maybe to... I didn't read what Sasaki was doing. So it's activate main, you may rest one of your Don and this character to get something -2. So maybe it would be better to, instead of attacking his life for 6, we should have got rid of this card, right? Because it was like an easy clear for him. I think now we will swing 5 into here. Then we probably rest. Okay. So we first play our Minx Searcher, so that we have a Minx character on board. We grab Carrot here. We then rest his Who's Who, and then we play down the Inuarashi to rest his character. And then we also could search for our baby 5 and get maybe another baby 5, right? Let's put the Holy on top. Let's do it like this. Then we pass it over. So, yeah, I mean, we get our big Doffy in hand. I imagine if we use another baby 5, we should see another Doffy. Like, we digged, I think, 3 searches so far and didn't saw any. So I think the next searches, or like next 10 cards, there should be some Doffys coming to us. Okay, he's playing the Gecko Moria at 8. Probably gets back Sasaki and the Queen, okay, just to use... Okay, he can use the effect because he don't have active Don. Interesting. Okay, so what is our plan here? I think we want to get rid of as many characters as possible, right? So I would say we rest this character here, and I think we attack with our searcher here. If he wants to keep it, he has to sacrifice a 2k. Perfect. And I think we would drop another Inuarashi, rest these 2, and then we could play another baby 5 and attack 7/7, right? Let's do a 7 first. Next turn, if he attacks with his Gecko, we can then play our Doffy to freeze everything he has on board, right? So 7/7. And then we use another baby 5. He takes it. And then we use another baby 5 and search for a, just a Rocinante. And then we call it a day. So we have also the option to play the Rocinante into a carrot and then rest like a 7 cost, which is also strong. Yeah, the 1k searcher we don't protect this. He attacks with Gecko, our Inuarashi. It would be 2 2ks, but I think we just leave him. Rather have our 2ks. Okay, he plays a Kuzan. This is something I didn't expect. Okay, what do we do now? So I would say we attack the queen with our searcher and probably drop a 10 cost to freeze everything, right? Let's attack his life for 5. And then we just rest 3 characters of him. Leader, Kiko, and Husu. And then we pass it over to him. I mean, Kuzan is really strong, right? He is able to give our Doflamingo -5 cost, so it's in a really easy range to getting killed. So let's see what he's doing now. I would imagine, I mean, Kuzan and Garp is really good, right? Because you could just attach Don, yeah, and then minus the Doflamingo even more. Yep, and there he plays the Jack to kill our Doflamingo, which is pretty unfortunate, I would say. I hope that we see some Holy Jones in the next cards, because I think he is low on like cards in hand, so that's something. Okay, we got another Doflamingo. This is pretty strong. So now we could, yeah, let's do 5 on 5 on the Husu. Probably let it go, right? And then we play another Doffy to freeze these 3 and pass it over. And see and just check if he has another KO effect. Probably he has another check on hand. Yep, so another check is really rough, right? That's something we didn't want to see. Does he attack? He doesn't attack, okay. Makes sense to me. I think we will attack him for 7. Then we play out the Rocinante to play out a carrot and rest one of the jacks. I think that's the best we can do, right? Ah, no, it's a 11 cost, yeah. So it's no 7 cost, okay. That's my bad. I thought that the carrot just rested a jack because he has a 7 cost, but he's actually like an 11 cost. Yep, so this carrot doesn't work on check, something learned here. Probably he just kills like the Rocinante first, and then he kills the carrot, right? Yep. So that's what we see here. Both jacks getting rid of our cards we played. Okay, I think this wasn't the optimal play on our part. Next turn we could play the Dog Storm and attack all of our, like, attach all of our Dons. So maybe this card will survive a turn. Yeah, 11k we just take, there's no way. I mean, he has a really, really big board here, right? This is really impressive. So, nothing we can do here, we just take this. And I think we also take the, does he attack with the Kuzan? No, he doesn't attack. Okay, so, I mean, we got a lot of counter power in our hands. Now the question is, do we go for life or not? Do we... We could play 7-12. I think we would play out a searcher here. We just get like a 2k here, right? We just grab this as a 2k. Could do like a 6 and a 7. And hope that we survive the next turn, which is pretty rough, I would say. Let's do a 6 first. Because if 6 goes through, I mean, we have the 7 as a follow-up. Okay, he counters out of it. then we go with a 7, and then we just play out this one here and pass it over. So how much counter do we have actually? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2k, so 12k. We got a 13k, we got 16k of counter power in our hand. So let's see. He has 9. He could do 9. I think 9 is the weakest, so I think we should counter out of this, right? Can go 10, 10, 10, 11. We just have to defend 2 more attacks. Okay, he rests 1 check. So, okay, if all of your Don cards are rested, this character. Okay, maybe attached Don doesn't activate the rested effect, right? Probably that's why he was KO'd here. Yep, so I think this will get rid of the active Wonder, and then he will just kill with Gecko the Wonder here. I would imagine. Yep. And then we are in a rough spot. Maybe it would be better to just poke harder at him last turn instead of dropping this here. This was actually not so good because now we got the Holy Jones and we could go for game, right? Do we just do like an 8 and a 8 and a 8, or do we 7-9? 8-8 or 7-9? I mean, he plays a pretty, let's check his discard. 1 2k, 2 2k, 3 2ks in trash, 4 5 6 7 2ks in trash. I would say the best bet is here to go 7 and 9. Yeah, let's do 7 first. If he has it here, he probably will counter out of it, right? Yep. Got a 2k and a 1k. Should we have gone for? You never know. I would say we just play out the Bonnie and rest the Kuzan. Or do we? Yeah, I think that's the best way. Right, we play out this, rest the Kuzan. And that's it, right? We just have to hope. Now we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 11k of counter. He has 4 attacks, 1 life. I don't think we will survive this. But maybe he... Let's see. If we, however, survive this turn, we can then kill him, right? 10k at our face. So we could do like 2, 2, 2, right? Now there's 11, another 10k. He has the option to do another. Can we get rid of 10? No, right? No way we can get. So now we have to use this and this and this. Yeah, and then the 8 or like a 10k swing with Jack is just enough. Yep, so we lost this one, sadly. Yeah. Okay, he got also like a 2, so even if we have attack with 8, it doesn't matter. He got the counter here. And he also plays the Marine Fort. Okay, I really like this deck. Stage allows us to... I think it's also a pretty cool deck to test out. So, yeah, let's jump right into next game. So, we found another opponent, and it looks to be the Charlotte Pudding from OP08. So, let's see how our leader with 5 life fares against the Pudding with 4 lives. So, in general, with the Pudding, we also will cover this in a separate video. Their goal is to ramp as fast as possible to their big drops, so to speak. I think we mulligan here. Okay, we want to see some 5 drops or some Doffy here. I think here we can just pass it back. Okay, so what do we do here? I would say we could maybe we just swing 8. Just swing 8 at them. Maybe they block. Maybe they take. Probably they take, yeah. And yeah, I mean, if we would have a searcher, we could then rest the blocker and kill the blocker with our leader effect. So, but we didn't have any small drops, and I don't want to play this here. I think I would rather keep this in case we maybe can utilize him. So he plays that we're going to claim the one piece and get a Charlotte Amanda, which is like a 2k card on their side. Yeah. Then he probably will... Okay, he takes 5 on us. And he shows both lives here to ramp it on. We could take it to have more options, or we could just... I think we take it just to see more cards. Yeah, and then he passes it back to us. So here I would say we just play out the character here, just to have a Minx character on board, and then we just get rid of the Shirahoshi here and pass it over to them. I mean, they have the Big Mom here, so that's really... I think maybe we try to more establish like a board and not attacking their life at all. Okay, so he plays the Child Katakuri. This says he can flip his life and also get a Don active back. And then he takes us for 7. I think we take this as well. Okay, we got a Searcher Wanda. That's pretty cool. Okay, so what do we have here? 7, so we could do... What can we do? Could use the Wanda to search top decks, and we just get like a 2k here. So we can't rest the Katakuri because he's like a 6 cost, right? That's pretty unfortunate. I think maybe the best way is just to deploy another... Yeah, another one of them. If we attack them now, they got the Linlin into hand, and then they just drop the Linlin, right? So I think the best is just to pass. I mean, maybe they have Linlin in hand. We can't know. We don't know. But if we would attack them, they would surely have just taken the life. So they got a Linlin there. So I think this swing we will counter out. And then the 7k we probably gonna take, right? Yeah. And now the question is, what does he play again? We could freeze the Katakuri with our Electric Luna. Okay, they had a Linlin in hand, which is pretty rough. I think the best play now is like Rosinante into Carrot and rest this, right? And maybe attack them for 6. Yeah, let's do Rosinante into Carrot, and then we just pass it over to them. The Linear will probably get rid of the Rosinante, I would imagine. I mean, 12 to 8. We could counter out, but this would be like... I mean, it would be like a 2k in like our... like 3 cards, right? 3 2k would hurt, but let's see what he's doing. I think the matchup, like, I think in general this leader is really, really tricky because, yeah, you just get so fast to your big drops, and then you can just every turn heal a life, make some damage on your opponent's life. I mean, 12 we will take for sure. Okay, we got the Doflamingo. This is pretty huge actually, so we could now drop it down and then rest 3 characters of their side, right? Then he has like 20k, can just go like 20k in our life, right? Which would be like, we can't, I mean, 20k. I think there's nothing we can do here, right? We would need like a blocker. So maybe we need to include more blocker in the deck. I think that's pretty rough. So what can we do? We can do like a 7, 7, 7, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have an 8, and we can do another 7. Like 5 7s and 1 8. But at least, yeah, there is nothing we can do here. Let's try something, and maybe he doesn't, like maybe he will go for our board then. Here we just want to get rid of like a 2k. We just swing with everything. And it could be that he maybe takes the lives and is tempted to play the Lin. Okay, he doesn't fall for it. And then we pass it back. But I think now he just swings with 20k into our life and should be game. Yeah, that's what he's doing. We counter with everything we have, but that's not enough, yeah. And then we lose. If you enjoy the content, please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment or a like. Would help me a lot and appreciate it. And yeah, I will see you on the next series of ranked gameplay and also decklist overview, since we got some leaders of OP08 still to cover. Thank you very much and have a good day. See you around.